Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever. Now that doesn't work, right?
Just pretend the history didn't happen.
Because like even this sign we have on, it says season 3,
Right.
episode 1.
Then the first podcast.
The first podcast
first.
of season 3.
Yeah. First podcast.
But this
season
is
3.
also a reboot, and you're not supposed to keep the same like episode numbers after reboots.
Yeah, what?
So maybe just pull the S and 3 off of this.
OfflineTV episode 1.
Welcome to the first ever offline TV podcast.
All the previous 200 episodes don't exist
that shit didn't
anymore.
happen. That shit may as well have been in the fucking air. That's not real. This is the first time we're starting it.
First time. And you have this guy's Toast and Michael Reeves, less people than last time.
Yeah.
I think the reason why we pushed for this mix-up was because there's not a lot of things 4 people can talk about.
Yeah, that 2 people can't also.
Yeah.
It sometimes make you it's like you don't have to talk when it's 4 people also.
Yeah.
Like 3 people could definitely carry it.
Yeah.
And I'm usually was just like sitting there and I'm like, I'll look at Twitter, maybe.
Yeah, we also had our phones for the most part. And like when there's nothing to talk about, like one person would just pull it out. It's like, oh, what's on Instagram? I kind of liken it to we played kickball yesterday.
Yeah.
But when there's like a ball really high and you're trying to catch it and someone else is running towards it and you're like, okay, the other person was going to catch it.
Yeah, you don't know who's going to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but conversation form. When you have 4 people and someone throws up the topic and it's like silence.
Yes.
Because everyone thinks someone else would talk.
Yeah, was it bystander effect in psychology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
when like a
it.
woman gets shot and everyone in the neighborhood is like, someone else is calling the police for sure. Then no one calls the police for hours.
Yeah. So 2 people. We have Broden on the side and Noah, the sound guy, in the back, making sure everything's crisp. It's more professional. And I didn't prepare any topics, but we got a piece of paper with some topics. But before we jump into that, let's start from the beginning. How you and me? Why did you reach out to me when you saw my video? For context, my first interaction with Michael is him sending me a tweet, a DM.
Yeah, tell him. Tell him about the DM.
So I made a Twitch income video, breaking down like how much streamers make, and I remember getting a message. And you weren't verified, so there wasn't a real way for me to know like this person messaging me is like a content creator. So it was like, "Hey, great video and then
Pull it up.
I'm gonna pull up the exact word.
I think I know also like part of why it was confusing. I would do like a thing when I wanted to reach out to people I want to talk to on Twitter, and I'd say like, I don't know, like some stupid shit, like it's me, Susan Wojcicki. If you give me your credit card number, I'll give you $15 CPM on your next upload.
Hello, fellow content creator. It's me, Susan Waikiki. Please DM me your credit card info for glorious $15 CPM. Honestly, your pay structure video was great, my dude. October 4th, 2018.
And then when was the reply?
April 19, 2019. 6 months later, you followed this account. Next, November 9th, 5 months later. Okay, I can't read this part out. Because it was regarding situations. Okay, I can say what it is.
Yeah, no.
I said, Michael, this isn't the norm. And he replies, I figured, because something happened. And this was like when Michael started like really hanging out with us. But some stuff happened. And I just remember feeling like so bad about it because here's like a new guy who just is hanging out with us and gets thrown into like the biggest shitstorm for like a whole year straight. And in the middle of it, it's like, hey, so do you want to join us? Like, how do you feel about it? But yeah.
It was pretty sweet. That was fun. That was great. I figured it was not the normal for that to go down, but
Yeah.
It was fun. It was nice. Yeah.
So what made you like, how did you come across the video?
I don't know. I browse a lot of YouTube, just a metric fuck ton of YouTube. I'd never watched like Hearthstone stuff, but at all.
That's good.
I was never interested in the game, so I don't know. It just came up on my YouTube recommended. I was like, wow, that's a good honest video. It probably got. I used to watch a lot of like financial video too, so I'm sure it got like algorithmed in there because there was money involved. So I was like, yeah, this is a good video. There's some honesty. I always also wondered like how much. This is before I got into Twitch, like how much Twitch would make, and appreciate the honesty. It was good. Yeah.
And then I just ignored that message for the longest time. And I think I knew like this was a YouTuber because it was such a weird message. I clicked on your profile and it had like 100, 200K followers. I was like, oh, this is a content creator. I just didn't know how to respond to the Susan Waikiki comment.
You saw it?
I saw it.
You fucking read it? I always figured you just scroll past it and got the
I saw it. So, I remember because later on we were watching one of your videos in the living room, and we thought it was like amazing. And then someone reached out to you, was like, "Hey, we're watching your video in the living room," and you replied with you in a offline TV shirt.
Yeah, I bought the merch.
So like you were, like I guess you were watching us beforehand already.
Yeah.
So that's how we met. That was really cool. And I still have this issue where content creators would message me, and I would see it, and I don't know how to respond. I feel like my responses are never good enough, so I just say I'll respond something tomorrow, and it's been a week. It's a month. I'm in that situation right now.
I know how that feels. I'm like in a perpetual timeline of ghosting like 4 people at a time. Like it's anxiety inducing to respond to people. Like I'm like, fuck, I have to know what our conversation's about. I have to like, am I gonna say a funny thing? Is this like a serious conversation? Like I don't know. So I just end up like, I don't respond right away. I build up like a buffer of 8 people I'm ghosting at once. And then I'll be like, on the productive day, I'll be like, gonna get through that buffer.
You go through all of it at the same time?
All of it at once. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because then it's like less of a, I'm not doing it all the time. I just have to stress for like
it's just
10 minutes.
It's just really awkward for like a day.
Yeah. And I feel bad too, because like I know people probably think like, oh, he's fucking ghosting me. This motherfucker thinks he's better than me or something. But like I'm ghosting like my mom right now. Like I ghost like family members, friends. Like it's not content creators. It's just fucking everyone who messages me.
I think everyone relates to it and it gets harder and harder to reply the longer you wait.
Oh yeah.
So it's like one day it's like, oh, I can wait one more day. And it's like a week later, it's like, well, if I reply now, it's really weird.
Also, I got to start with like an apology or something too. I got to be like, hey, sorry, didn't see this, but.
Yeah, I'm in that. Okay. I'm going to use this opportunity to cover one of my bases.
You can address it. Yeah, address it.
Jacksepticeye. He sent me, I reached out to him, like saying, checking up on him. He sent a really nice message back.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about like creative fulfillment. And he sent me something really long. And I'm like, it was late at night and I was inebriated. I'm like, I can't reply to this. Like this kind of like detailed response warrants like a quality response.
Think it over.
So it's been 2 months. And every day, literally every day in the back of my, pop up for 10 seconds. Fuck, I need to respond to Jack. Cause like Jack is a super nice guy.
He is so nice.
And I'm just like, oh God, I'm the biggest asshole in the world. Like this guy is super nice, super famous, took the time to type out all this shit out. And I'm like,
heartfelt message.
Yeah, and I just didn't reply. So Jack, I read it. I'm sorry I didn't reply.
He's been thinking about it for
I swear
4
to God.
months now.
So if you could be the first one to message me
What the fuck?
and say you saw this, that would be great. Thank you.
No, when the podcast comes out, get the video link, timestamp this part, and send that to him.
It's just that.
You send that to him, and then he'll see that and be like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Is there anyone you want to cover? Like your mom?
Shout out mom. No, that one requires a call. That one's a tougher one. God, I'm ghosting like Ted Nivison, Jay Schlatt. Fuck, I didn't respond to Jay Schlatt. And then I saw him at kickball yesterday.
Did you say anything?
Yeah, he was like, hey, I don't know if you saw my DM, but Do you want to like play Wii games on Saturday? And I was like, oh, I might have something on Saturday, but fuck, it's so hard.
Did you tell him you did in fact see the message?
No.
So you lied.
Well, I didn't respond.
Oh.
He was like, hey, I sent you a DM, and then explained the DM.
Okay.
So I never was faced with the moral conundrum of lying.
Would you have lied?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's the smart thing.
I would have lied for sure. Yeah, I would not have.
Because the truth is like, yeah, I saw, I just didn't reply.
Yeah, yeah. It's pressure. It's tough. I also keep the notification so that I do the thing where to prevent like 2 months from going by, I keep the notification. So I don't press the little, like envelope icon on Twitter.
So it's always there.
So it's always there. So it's always like, whenever I check Twitter, I have to like see it. So I'm like afraid to press it. So I don't even know what the contents of, it's like Schrodinger's DM, where I do not know what the contents of the message are. I sometimes don't even know who they're from. And then like some days, like it'll go up to 2. And they're like, oh no. Then I'll have to address 2 and I don't know who they are. 3, 4, 5. Usually when it gets to 6, I respond to them all. So yeah, that was where I was at.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten in trouble for not responding to someone?
Yeah. I ghosted the mechanic who I had my car. It was in the mechanic for a while, and I just didn't. I was like, can't respond to that email now. I'll respond to it later. And it went like 3 weeks went by, and they put like a lien on my car where it's like we're gonna sell your car if you don't come get the car. I didn't see it, and like, yeah, and I had a problem like.
And that's I don't drive, but that's
it's
illegal,
illegal,
right?
yeah.
Are you supposed to say that?
You can cut it out.
Yeah, what can you get? We talked about this before the podcast. It's like, what kind of drugs can we be on the podcast and say we're on it without getting in trouble? And I think weed was like the only one, right?
Alcohol and weed.
Alcohol and
surely
weed.
has to
Yeah.
be just those two.
Because of YouTube.
Well, not just, but even from like a legal perspective.
Yeah, honestly. Well, I think if you didn't show you doing it, then it would be okay. Didn't Misfits or like someone did a video where they just dropped acid and they got
then-
filmed for the entire thing.
And they didn't get in trouble.
They still upload content. So like maybe because I don't think having it in a video is admission. Like you need to be found with a drug on you, like the substance.
But what
on
if you say like, oh yeah, right now I'm on shrooms.
I think you can do that and it's fine. The only thing you'd run into is probably YouTube content like policy, and they would be like, no drugs, bad.
But legally you're good.
Legally, I'm sure you're good. Yeah.
This is not legal advice, by the way. But we've seen people do it and they haven't gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
So
And it's totally fine. What would you do if, question, if there's no issue, what would be the most interesting drug to do a podcast on, do you think?
podcast on? Well, I don't do drugs because yeah, drugs are bad.
This would be bad for you, yeah.
But if I were to do drugs, it'd probably be one where it'd be make you more talkative. So like, I feel like drugs, it makes you either more active or like really relaxed.
Uppers, downers.
Yeah. I think I would want to be like more talkative because when I'm relaxed, like normally I don't talk that much.
Yeah.
Anyway. And like if I'm like chilling and take something that makes me even more relaxed, I think I'll just go silent.
Yeah. I don't know how Joe Rogan, he like openly smokes weed on his podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like there are multiple people who, what was it? Like Joey Diaz took like 100 milligram edible on his podcast and just like talks to still functions as a person. I'd be on the floor. Like I don't know how you take those like mellowing drugs and stay talkative. Like that's crazy.
You just want to chill. I
Yeah.
thought it would be a fun experiment. It's like it's like a game show. Like guess that drug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
we
that
give
idea.
someone some kind of drug, and we try and get the viewers. What is he on? Is he on acid? Is he on shrooms? Are we getting? This is getting demonetized for sure, right?
You know,
It's-
who's to say?
It's theoretical. It's just theoretical. It's
Look,
okay.
We modeled this whole thing after Joe Rogan. If Joe Rogan can smoke weed and take horse medicine,
$100 million.
$100
Spotify
million,
deal.
like the bar is set really low.
Yeah, and he's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's our standard.
Yeah.
That would be such a fun game.
Guess that drug.
God, guess that drug. That would be so
Yeah,
fun.
there's a lot of cool things you can do that I feel like it's harder and harder to do. Like, kind of not like cancel culture, but everything's a lot more safe now. Like with comedy, social media.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and like anyone, even talking about drugs, like for some content creators, I remember I was talking about like joking about, oh, I'm on acid kind of deal, which I'm not
Yeah.
or have ever done. But I remember it made like a couple of content creators uncomfortable to a point where like they messaged me after saying like, hey, can you like not mention stuff like that in the future? It's kind of like
Interesting.
dangerous. And they themselves, I know, do not care, but like they have like
Yeah.
a bigger audience or like younger audience, and they kind of put pressure on the content creators to like stay safe and brand friendly. So it's nice to be able to talk with like someone, because you're kind of edgy.
Kinda.
Yeah,
We're
kinda edgy.
edging somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was compiling things to talk about like with you, and literally on my phone, the first two thing. Can you guess what the first two thing is?
Swearing and when's my next video?
No, that one comes later.
Okay.
First two is racism and sexism.
Why are those on there for me?
Because I think you're more willing to talk about like stuff like that, not necessarily be
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 racist.
racist with me
The
and be
first
sexist.
openly racist content creator on YouTube. No.
But more talk about like
Like you can discuss it.
the
you can
social
like.
implications. Of
I think
stuff
there's
like
also
that.
like a. I mean, obviously, there's a big difference between like being ironically, like not ironically racist, but
Mm-hmm.
like saying that, showing how like stupid a racist person is.
Yeah.
Ironically, you know.
Yeah, it's
Right? It's not like you're even being racist in a joking way. It's like you're showing how stupid racists are in a joking way.
Yeah, like almost like a caricature, and like
Right.
you're portraying yourself as the dumb guy, as a stupid
Yeah, you're
guy.
the stupid dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk in a dumb voice and you do your thing.
Like, because when we did our Dungeons and Dragons campaign together, we
Oh my
did a
fucking
bit on stream where it's like we were being racist towards orcs,
Yeah. Yes.
the
yeah.
fantasy orc green skin creatures.
Yes.
And because they are popular in D&D, and
Like
they're
fantasy in general. Yeah.
yeah, and they have a reputation for being like aggressive and like war-loving race, like big burly
Yeah,
tusk,
orc.
right? And we were both orcs.
Yeah. Wait, were you an orc?
Yeah, because my character died, and I had to become an
Right. Yeah. The
Orc.
joke was that we were the only orcs on the entire continent.
yeah.
And we were racist towards orcs. That was the meme.
Yeah.
Like, and we're like, that is the most clear and obvious. In my mind, this is
Yeah.
the most clear and obvious joke possible. You know, like if anything, I thought we didn't go in enough on it. If anything, but then people were like, "Yo, you fucking racist towards orcs," and they're like, "This is parallels in real life." And
Yeah,
it's like,
because we were using like I was like going in pretty hard with the parallels to real life, like
Yeah.
crime statistics, which is like something stupid people kind of say when
Yeah,
like
it's a
trying to
dumb
justify
quoted- yeah,
racism,
yeah,
right?
it's a dumb
Oh, let me
quoted
just
thing.
pull out these stats. So
Oh,
like,
let me see the. Well, according to this, there are 2 fucking orcs on this peninsula continent right now, and they've killed tens of people.
so 100% of orcs are like
It's not
bad, people.
bad. Yeah.
Like stuff you would see in real
Like an
life.
actual, yeah, it is a legitimate parallel. There
Yeah.
are stupid people in real life who do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and we were playing it up,
Yeah.
but some people took it as like we were justifying, like
Legitimately
we
racist,
were those people
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
trying to parody, right?
Yeah.
So it's really it's a hard line to walk because I really like edgy comedy.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like borderline offensive humor. And when the thing with offensive humor is it's gonna offend you, right? Mm-hmm. But that's not the goal of it. Like if your goal is to offend people, like I don't think that's like
Yeah,
great.
I think you're probably just an asshole at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like if the goal is to make people laugh and kind of like shock them a little bit, then I think that is acceptable. But yeah, it's hard because I feel like in recent time that line is getting moved really fast.
It definitely changes. Yeah, I've seen it like between YouTube and Twitch and TikTok. Like on YouTube, you can kind of get away with like swearing, like tasers are okay on YouTube, and then like move to Twitch. Any electrical thing is like not okay. Pain stuff is off the table. Swearing is like a lot more kind of sensitive. I've noticed on Twitch, and then on TikTok, I think it's the worst. Like,
Really?
Lily uploaded a clip of me saying cock, the word cock. I don't know, it was like a clip where I was like, all my height went to my cock. And that was like the whole clip. That was a whole joke. And it didn't get like tagged or demonetized. The video was just removed by TikTok entirely.
Just removed?
Fucking snapped to atoms from the whole platform. The entire platform, yeah. So it's like the bar is like changing rapidly based on like the new platforms are adapting to it. Crazy, right? Saying the word cock on Twitter.
Well, also like there's a lot of times on TikTok you'll see like had to re-upload because TikTok took it down.
Yeah.
And then it's like fine. So I feel like it's like an algorithm thing where it's
It
like
could be, yeah.
bad.
I think that I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I think the strike was for sexually explicit content. Cause I said cock. Like that's crazy, right? Like, what the fuck is that reason? Yeah, I agree. It's changing a lot. I don't know.
Like, is it an age thing? Because YouTube is pretty old, like the audience, and then Twitch is a little younger, and TikTok is like
Super
the
young.
youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Kids growing up on the internet, I wonder what their life is like.
It's gonna be sweet. I mean, for me to see like the effects of Johnny iPad 2-year-old, I want to know what that child turns out like. I really fucking do.
Yeah, we're almost reaching that point because, like, I think the iPhones and iPad stuff came out around like 2005 or something. Those people are like 16-year-olds now, and some of them grew up with an iPad in their hand.
That's true. What are they like?
What
Why don't
are
we get them
they
on
like?
podcasts?
We should invite.
We should invite a straight Zoomer, like a straight up Zoomer, the most Zoomery Zoomer you could find.
These days, I've been meeting, like, learning about people, singers, content creators, and when I look at their age and it starts with 2000,
It's poggers.
it's like I'm reaching the old demographic now. Yeah, growing up on the internet. All right.
Yeah. How do you feel about like TikTok, like as a platform? How do you like it?
I feel like it's like initially I was like, this is just for children. Or
Yeah.
like, it's very like superficial,
your
shallow,
initial thing.
attractive people copying like original content, which it still is for the most part. But it's so big that you can find content for anyone.
For anyone,
essentially.
like, there's good stuff on there for sure. There's
Yeah.
super funny stuff on there.
Like skits or like criticism, commentary. I thought it was just gonna be like dances and like lip syncing.
Yeah,
But it's almost like a very short YouTube video. Like
yeah. One idea is conveyed.
yeah. But it's just got this reputation because of the most popular content is like someone attractive,
Doing something that someone else has done.
doing
Yeah.
a trend, and that's it. And they
Yeah.
get like really rewarded for it.
Yeah,
And it kind of stifles any real need for creativity
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
you can spend hours and days trying to set up like a great video, but if you're already kind of like at the top, you can just lip sync or like
yeah.
do a trend.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
It really just makes sense.
Like it doesn't force the top content creators to branch out or like do anything interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I had a very like boomer finding moment where I was like, initially with TikTok, I was like, it's kind of fucking cringe sometimes. I was like, it's cringe. And I was like, oh no, fuck, I'm becoming the old bastard who hates like the new thing. But I don't know. I think it's because like a lot of my like interaction with TikTok is like I'm like looking for the cringe stuff. Like I browse like TikTok cringe,
Cringe, yeah.
and it's like if like you want to not like something, you're just like, and I'm just exposing myself to the cringe shit. Like, of course I'm gonna think it's fucking cringe.
Yeah.
But then there's like a lot of really funny shit on there. Like a lot of stuff where I'm like, is this a re-uploaded Vine?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, it's just like a really good, funny, original TikTok. So I'm like, yeah, there's definitely like some great nuggets and like super great people who upload on there. So
Yeah.
I think it's a good platform.
Yeah, like cooking videos, tutorials, and then cringe stuff.
Yeah.
And just sometimes it's just like a 20-second video of someone recording something in real life and just uploads it, like no editing, just the video itself. I think the expectation is, TikTok equals music and dancing, but it's just a video platform essentially.
Yes.
At this point. Yeah.
Very interesting. You definitely have to make the content so like you have to think about it so fundamentally differently too. Like I tried to turn like one of our vlog footage that I took into a TikTok, and I was like, this ain't gonna I ain't gonna do it. I was like trying to squeeze a vlog story into a TikTok, and I was like, you can't do the whole story. That's impossible.
It's hard.
It's just like show the highlight bits, convey one idea. 2 ideas, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got on this guy?
Oh, our list of topics.
Yeah, list of topics. Also, could I make piss
Yes.
real fast? Okay. My bladder gets smaller every day I'm alive.
All right, on the topic list, number 1. Oh, anime opening would have been released yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, because this is the third, and the second is when we release our anime opening. It was a great opening.
Congratulations to us. Congratulations to us.
OTV.
It was great.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. If you guys haven't seen it, that's
Yeah, it's been in the works for like a year, and we kept going back and forth on the music, the characters, the design, and it's finally out.
yeah.
And
I'm really happy with how it came out. However, it
how
comes out,
people
I'm happy as
received
fuck.
it.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
I think
Yeah.
people have good ideas on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a cool thing we did. Definitely check it out if you haven't. Kickball, we briefly touched on. That was fun. We went out. So Ludwig, streamer, hosted a big kickball event where we just played against each other, and it's all like probably like the top 50 streamers on Twitch in English, and it was a lot of fun. We lost both our games,
Yeah.
but it was still fun.
Overall,
We were close.
we were close both times. Like no game was like a full. The other team got fucked up.
Yeah, we did score points, and kickball is basically baseball, but you kick it, which is much easier. We're still sore today. I have scars on my knees.
Yeah, my ass hurts.
Yeah.
Unyielding.
Everything.
Right?
Shoulders,
my back,
arms.
my spine muscles hurt.
It's weird because we didn't do that much,
No.
right? You kick the ball
And
and you
run.
run like 10 feet, and that's it. But I'm so sore from it.
God, it hurts so bad. But it was so fun to like go outside and do something.
Yeah, do an event, and everyone is super nice. Because when you're online, you don't really see them. Like you know what they look like, but you don't feel that human courtesy, human connection with them.
Yeah.
Because XQC Felix came over to us and was like super nice, introduced
He was
himself.
super nice. Yeah, I never met him in person before now.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna fucking hit us? He's gonna punch me?
Because when we were playing Rust, every time we go in, we're like, if I see XQC and I have my shotgun, blast
On
it.
site.
It's on site.
It's like offline TV bastards. And then, hey, nice to finally meet
Yeah,
you.
when we meet him in person, it's like, hey man, how's it going? And you're like, wow, this guy's
Good,
really
good.
polite. And that pretty much applies to everyone who was there. Where like,
Everyone was super nice.
yeah, when you're gaming, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna destroy this guy. Like, these guys think he's hot shit with his company, but when you meet them, it's just like, oh, these are just pretty much regular human beings who likes games and everyone gets along. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a blast. I can't believe we lost both games. Fuck.
Yeah, I think our team was really well-rounded.
We did, yeah.
And some teams had just like monsters.
Some teams were like min-maxed. Our
Min-maxed.
team was like an average all-arounder.
Yeah, but kickball is definitely a game where you want to min-max and just play your max players.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what some of the teams did, where they just sent out this like giant athletic freak who throws the ball at like 100 miles per hour, and like just break. Like Aria was in pain because she was trying to kick it, but it wasn't working. But yeah, we should do something like that. But we need to do something that is that we have a chance of winning.
Oh yeah.
So we can't do anything too sporty. We can't do basketball.
Right.
Can't.
But those people are gamers as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it would be like something like darts.
you think we're good at darts?
I don't think they would be good at darts, right?
Yeah, no, I think no one would be good at
No,
darts.
one would get or billiards. You know, you might get like someone might be like a billiard god, but like it seems like a game we can't win. You know, we're not at a genetic disadvantage.
Oh, you like it's more about like a technique kind of thing.
Yeah, technique.
Over like a speed kind of thing. I don't know. I did love being outside.
Yeah,
That
being
was
outside
nice.
was great, and like having like these. It was like high school.
It was. It was like my last middle school soccer experience. It was super cool. I don't remember like it was nice to just like be able to run as fast as I can and be like, oh, I can run this fast. I can throw the ball that far. Like I haven't done that shit in like 10 years. Yeah. Super fun.
I think maybe that's why everyone got injured so fast because we have
Oh,
not.
Albert, no. Box gave life and limb to our fucking team. He sacrificed it all.
I think over there was 4 injuries on our team playing kickball for 1 hour. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of fun. This topic. So when I asked what 2 things we were gonna talk about, you mentioned when's your next video?
Yeah.
That's a question you get asked every day. I
Sometimes,
imagine.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Yep, sometimes.
Couple times?
All the time. Yeah.
What do you? Okay, so there's like 6 months between each video, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So is it like 6 months of working, or is it like 5.5 months of working, of like chilling, and half a month of just killing yourself?
There's a lot of that, a lot of just killing self. But I don't know. This one actually is taking for fucking ever for like a lot of reasons. There's like a lot of organization, a lot of like, I don't know. It's like it is time based as well. So it like runs, the actual video runs over the span of a month, like evaluating results over a month. So that's taking a while. But usually it's like I'm like chilling a lot. I'm spending a lot of time with like other people. Like I think the last, I don't know, like 4 days has been like doing stuff with other people and like not my own thing, which is like fine because I like, you know, new perspective and like hanging out. But yeah, like even like now, like we're doing podcasts and stuff. Like yesterday was kickball. I think the day before was something. The day before that was something.
Yeah.
And I like have like friends outside of streaming too. So it's like, even if I'm hanging out here, it's like they're like, "Hey, we hang out." I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I haven't hung out in a while." I don't know. Trying it out, but I'm not sure. Maybe a more rigid schedule would be better.
I think like schedules never worked for me. Like I make my videos the day before it comes out.
Yeah, that is like the best way to do it.
Yeah, because you want that instant gratification of people like watching a video, like planning it out over like months or weeks. It's probably more worth it and a bigger deal, but a lot of time I just want to scratch that itch. Like I pretty much made it. Like I could spend a week cleaning up, but I could just get it out right
You just
now.
want to get it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we're streaming, where it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that streaming itch.
I just want to do it right now. Like, so
I feel you on that.
yeah, because working on something for so long when you can get that instant gratification. So, yeah, I can't imagine working on like something over 6 months unless it's like a huge project. Like if it's just YouTube videos, I just want to do it within the week.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess it depends on like the type of thing. God, this one was so painful. This one involves, I think I can mention, like, this one involves a fucking goldfish. Holy shit. Like the amount of like technology behind it is really big. There's a lot of shit behind it, but by far the biggest obstacle has been getting a fucking fish in a place where it will live longer than a week. Like I haven't killed any yet, to be clear. Like, and I love this fish, but I spent no shit like 2 months reading up on the fish stuff, trying to get the tank right, figuring out like nitrogen. You know what the nitrogen cycle is? You know we have ammonia in our fucking tap water that kills fish. Ammonia in the fucking tap water. I was like, for fucking weeks, I was putting water in the thing, starting the nitrogen cycle. I was like, why is the ammonia so fucking high right off the bat? And the goddamn water has ammonia. We have like a dead rat in the pipes or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, like, there's so much bullshit in making a fish live. like properly. Normally you just dunk, like people just dunk it in, but that like takes years off the life. You have to like start a whole cycle of like, cause the fish pisses and shits itself to death is the thing. Like the
Okay.
poop and piss has ammonia in it and that kills fish. So, but it's like, how does that get changed? There's like a bacteria that eats ammonia and turns it into something called nitrite. And then nitrite is also poisonous to fish. So then there's another bacteria that eats nitrite and it turns it into nitrate, which is a lot less poisonous to fish. So you have to start the fucking it's called the ammonia, no, it's called the nitrogen cycle. So you have to start the nitrogen cycle like responsibly. You start the nitrogen cycle and then put the fish in so that it's not swimming in piss and shit for like 6 weeks, 2 months, and then it starts a nitrogen cycle on its own. You manually do it. It's like the responsible fish thing to do. And it lets it live like a lot longer. So I was trying not to be an asshole, and I keep trying to start the fucking nitrogen cycle, and it keeps not working because it's supposed to take like 6 weeks to 2 months or longer to even start before you get the fish. Like you remember I had the empty tank for like
you had it for a while.
months, and I couldn't get it to start. So I like just went to an aquarium shop and it said, "Can I buy your water and substrate?" And so I got a bunch of like water jugs that you use for purified water, and they just dumped their water in it, and I got some of their gravel where the bacteria lives, and I just plunked it in my tank, and it was ready. Because the good bacteria is in that.
Got
And
it.
that's how I made my fish alive.
So you spend months on this video dedicated to learning about fish keeping.
Yes.
And the focus on the video isn't fish keeping.
Not a single fucking thing to do with fish keeping, no.
It reminds me of like for your dog video, the majority of it was driving to Boston.
Oh yeah, a shit ton of it was driving to
Yeah,
Boston,
for essentially a 20-second bit.
yeah.
That's
That was so worth it too.
that's fucking dedication.
Because I also wanted to drive across the U.S. in general. So it's like, give me a 2 for 1.
Yeah,
That
like
would be
there are easy ways to do it. Like with the fish, you can easily just kill like 20 fishes to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the viewers aren't gonna know. They're gonna, oh, this fish looks different from the last one.
No, they don't.
Because you just plunk them into the aquarium. If they die, just scoop them out, put another one in. You can save a lot of time, but I assume you don't want to kill any fishes.
I don't want to kill any. Like, I don't want to be like. It's like a moral thing where I'm like, am I gonna be the bastard who's like, I need to do the video at the fucking animal's expense? I'm gonna kill 25 fish to get this shit out on time. Like, I don't want to be the bastard who does that. I was also thinking about just like returning it afterwards. I was like, no, I should just keep the fish. Like, I'm an asshole if I get it just for a video.
Does he have a name?
Frederick,
Frederick.
yeah, the goldfish.
Now, if the videos involve like, say, one grasshopper,
Okay.
would you?
Oh, I'd kill a grasshopper. Yeah, I'd kill a
See, what's
grasshopper.
the difference
It's a
there?
bug. It has an exoskeleton.
But they both have a nervous system, right? But what's the difference
Does that
between?
check out? Hey, can we pull that up on the screen?
Jamie,
Can we
pull that up,
hey,
Jamie.
Pull it up on the screen. Jamie! Pull it up on the screen, Jamie. God, he fucking yells at Jamie. He does. Insects have a small
Economical nervous system.
economical. That's an interesting word to use to
Insects
describe.
feel pain.
I'm sure. I mean, it becomes a moral dilemma, right? Like, is pain the way we measure it? Is it nervous
Yeah.
system? Is it consciousness? Like, what's the line, right?
It's also like people like step on grasshoppers, and like no one freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stepped on a goldfish, people wouldn't like that much. If you're just in a house and you step on a goldfish, no one
Yeah,
likes
there's a
you.
sliding scale of living beings that you kill where people get upset.
And they're fine. Yeah, and it's okay.
Another great video. We start with like
The lowest of the low.
Yeah, like a algae or something.
Yeah. And we work up to amoeba.
Amoeba, and then like I don't know, parasite, like tiny flea,
Like tapeworm.
Yeah.
You get to like some gross shit.
and then bigger bugs like
Cockroach. Oh, jellyfish have to be in there somewhere.
jellyfish.
Because
Yeah.
jellyfish are weird because it's like, you like, if you think about killing a jellyfish, you're like, that's kind of cruel and mean.
Yeah.
But I've heard they're like the closest thing to a living plant that there is. Like, it's
Right.
truly no brain.
Because they don't have a lot of organs.
They have, I think, no organs.
Wow.
I don't know. They're like, hey, Jamie, can you pull out?
Yeah,
Jamie,
jellyfish
can you
have
pull up
brains.
let me get a jellyfish out there.
Okay, wait. To go back to the bugs.
Okay.
So apparently, bugs, all creatures have stimuli where if they receive damage, they will respond.
Right.
So they have that, but bugs don't have the ability to like emote after feeling that.
I think that might be a key thing. Because, like, that's essentially a robot. In my mind, bugs are robots. You know, like, when X happens, Y happens. You know, like, all their main objective is find food now. If a cockroach loses a leg, it's just going to keep going. It's not going to be like, oh, man, I'm sad. My wife is going to be mad about that leg I lost. It's not mad. It's not. A cockroach isn't mad.
And would a fish feel that way, though?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, because fishes are simpler than, like, let's say a dog
Yeah.
or a cat. Like, if you kill a cockroach, like, no one cares.
no one's mad. Yeah.
Yeah, like you've killed cockroaches on stream before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And that's not a big deal.
Yeah,
But
because it's a cockroach.
Yeah, but you kill like a cat on stream, then you're a piece of shit.
Then then it's not all right.
And between that, you have
Jellyfish have no brain.
jellyfish has no brain.
They're a fucking plant that moves. They're like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah, but it's hard trying to like put like something so quantifiable. Like, is it brain? But it really is just like a feeling thing. Like, oh, does this feel okay?
You're right,
And
yeah.
it's different for everyone.
Because it would be worse to. It would feel a lot worse to kill a jellyfish than a bug. But
Yes.
they're probably fucking close. I think bugs probably know more than jellyfish. Like some bugs probably know more than jellyfish.
Yeah.
But like you wouldn't want to kill a jellyfish in front of someone.
Yeah, we need to do this video.
Oh yeah, where we step it up.
Yeah, because like if you kill a bug, even on YouTube, they're not gonna be like, oh, demonetized.
Yeah, no.
So we just started like killing creatures until like YouTube steps in, is like, oh wait, this is too far, guys. And then that's where we draw the line based on what gets us demonetized.
Right, yeah. Hey guys, today is Jellyfish Day. Y'all know it's coming. It's special.
Where do you think that line is? It's above a bug and
Below a cat.
Below a cat.
Far below a cat. I don't think you could kill a mouse on.
Ooh,
you could
yeah,
not kill
nah.
a mouse. Nor would I want to kill a mouse on stream.
Yeah.
Or
But you could feed a mouse to an anaconda, right?
yeah, there's a lot of videos on YouTube of that, and
Like
YouTube, I
feeding
don't
live
think takes it
mice
down.
to anaconda.
Yeah, I guess it's because you're not killing them.
So the killer
So
is
could we
also-
feed a cat to
Like an alligator.
Yeah, we get an alligator and a cat. It's like, what's the difference? Why can a snake kill a mouse, but an alligator can't kill a cat?
Why can't I kill a mouse if a snake can kill it?
Yeah, we're mammals too.
Yeah, I gotta eat. I don't.
Are you gonna eat the mouse?
I guess it's also part because they're eating it. Like it's become sustenance. Where a
So
human,
then,
it would
if
be-
we eat it, then like if we're going on a camping trip, we can get away with like hunting rabbits. Maybe not
You're
like
right,
the
yeah.
actual killing, but like you can kind of
could get away with. Also, like, especially on the context of a hunting trip, like I don't know, I eat meat all the time.
Yeah.
I don't kill the cows. I would feel bad killing a cow. Surely
Yeah.
would feel bad to kill a cow on stream.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be allowed. But like, I do eat that stuff. You know. Have you ever killed an animal? What's the largest animal you killed?
The largest one. When I was a kid, I pulled the legs off a grasshopper.
Really? That's
Yeah.
your biggest one?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Interesting.
That was it.
That's a bug.
Yeah, that's a bug. So when people hear this, they're not gonna be like, "Whoa, wow!" They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's
Yeah, that makes
you know,
sense.
that's
It's a
the
bug.
kid's curious. Wait, have you killed? Well, do fishes count? Like, cause I go fishing. And
Oh.
I went fishing and I took a few fish home, and I cooked them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would be killing. But you're also eating them.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I think eating them was a big part of it because I killed the grasshopper out of curiosity.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think eating it becomes a large part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is that line? This is why like vegetarian veganism is such like a hotly debated topic. And what is like allowed? Like what is it like a health thing? Is it a moral thing? And then where do you draw the lines with eggs, milk, honey?
I don't know.
What's bigger than a bug?
A
What's
chicken is pretty stupid. A chicken's on the list of animals that we eat. They're dumb as shit.
but people would definitely not
They
be
would
okay.
fucking hate that. Yeah.
What's below a chicken?
There's kind of a jump.
Yeah,
a jump
like
happens.
between mammals and like invertebrates. There's
Yeah.
like a huge jump, right?
What about a frog?
Ooh, that's an amphibian. That's a good one.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a frog, or like maybe a crab.
Yeah.
Like, because people cook crab all the time.
Some people think of crabs as like bugs because they have exoskeletons. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. There's just a sea bug.
Yeah, because the cooking videos, they take the crab and they will literally just
They
drive a
fucking
knife
murder it,
right
yeah.
in there. Amphibian, like frogs, people kind of eat frogs,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also kind of big where you can see their face. And I don't like that.
You see their eyes?
Yeah, you can see their eyes and their mouth and their nose and they're like breathing. It's like, I can't kill this. But like with a bug, it's just like skittering. It's like kind of creepy and it's easier.
You don't see the face, surely.
Yeah, you
they're too
don't-
small.
And if you do see the face, like in the close-ups, they look freaky.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm okay with killing that.
Yeah, I'm doing the world a favor here. But yeah, if you can see their face, like how a snail, they're a little more like
They're like fleshy.
fleshy.
Yeah, they have
and
a little
like
flesh.
their eyes like poke out and like
They have a response to like
recoil.
pain. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can see it when you're like messing with it.
Yeah. People would probably get mad at you for killing a snail.
Yeah, like if
Surely
you just
people get mad.
smash the shell, because like you'll see the broken shell. And it's kind of like a crime scene, like of brutality, right?
You salt it so they disappear.
Oh no. I had.
But what if you eat the snail after?
Oh.
Then it's okay.
Maybe it's okay. Maybe you're justified because it's also like I want to try escargot. You know. Fuck it. Yeah, if you're gonna try escargot, a snail will die in the process. So like, doesn't really matter where it does. I had a friend who was, I don't know if this is okay for like YouTube, but he was like I did not know he was like this, and I stopped being his friend after. But he was like a sociopath who like killed birds, like in a bad way, not in like a I'm curious way. It was like they're hurt kind of way, fucking like super weird, like evil shit. And I found out because I like came over one day, and he lived near me, and like. I like came over one day and it was like throwing rice out on the street. And I was like, hey, what are you doing? And it was like, there's a lot of chickens on Maui and like, you know, like also a lot of baby chicks. He was like throwing little dried rice on
Oh
the
wow,
street.
he's feeding them. That's really
Right,
nice
I was
of
like,
him.
oh, you feeding the chickens? And he was like, no, if you feed enough dried rice to chicks, the stomach acid will be absorbed by the rice and they'll die from their stomachs popping. I was like, what the fuck? What did you just fucking say to me? What are you trying to do? It's like, yeah, we're just doing it for fun. I was like, what the fuck is like that's like a Ted Bundy childhood story.
Yeah.
Like you grow up to kill people for sure. Yeah. And it's not being his friend.
He's having a return.
Yeah.
You don't keep in touch.
No, not at all. No.
God, I hope he doesn't see this.
I sure hope not. I really don't.
Because if he's willing to feed dried rice to make chicken babies' stomachs explode,
he'd probably go and
he's probably capable of some other stuff.
oh yeah, and that was when he was a kid too.
Oh,
So like, I don't know how he grew up.
How is
but
he doing these days?
What is he doing
what
these
does he
days?
do for a
Yeah,
living?
yeah, see if I still have his number. I just fucked up.
God. Okay. I'm not sure how we got on this, but we
Killing animals podcast.
Yeah, figuring out the best, the most okay animals to kill. Next, state of games. Yeah, we haven't been playing much games besides Valorant and League of Legends.
I don't even play
And
much of those.
We're supposed, well, like a lot of our friends are streamers / gamers, but there's just nothing to play nowadays, and
There's nothing super interesting.
it's kind of boring. Like
Sure.
most of the stuff we do is just like outside IRL stuff, and like playing Valorant is just really to kill time almost, and
Yeah,
just to hang out.
actually,
with
it's like an
friends.
in-between buffer time now.
Yeah,
I hope
everyone's
some good
just-
shit comes out. Battlefield, I will be playing.
Oh,
That sounds quite sweet. I used to skip school to play Battlefield 3. See, I'll get in on that. That sounds fun. I don't know what else though.
Yeah, everyone's waiting because like Among Us was such a big thing. Like even looking back, like when I was in the moment, it's just like it's like a fever dream almost. When you look back on it, it's like this was the game that
Yeah.
everyone needs to play. Even if you don't like it, you gotta play it because all the content creators are playing it. All your friends are gonna be playing it. No one's playing anything else, right? And now that it's gone, it's just this giant void of like, wow, what do we play? Like we don't have any games to.
There's not like the default anymore.
Yeah.
I remember being on Twitch late at night, and I remember looking just like through categories of games, and I saw Among Us was like below 1,000 viewers, and I was like, finally, it's finally fucking dead. It took 8 months, not like a year. It was so popular for so fucking long.
What was it like from the outside? Because you don't really play Among Us, and you're not really in like the streamer culture.
Yeah.
Like, what was it like seeing like a lot of people in your friend circle just turn into like
Among Us
Among
professional
Us
players.
pros, and like all this like in turmoil and drama, and like yeah, what was it like just being a bystander, and like
Yeah.
looking all of this unravel?
It was made different by like the fact that I fucking hate Among Us. I fucking despise playing that shit. I also got in late, so I was like not as good.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know. It wasn't like super weird. I knew there's like has to be like a default game, and it was so pop, and I was like, all right, I guess that makes sense. But I like said that in my mind with like, and then in a month we'll go back to playing something else. And then month 2 came, and month 3 came, and it became so fucking big, and like it was so huge.
It
And I
just
was like,
kept getting bigger
this
and
was,
bigger.
yes, I was like, this is gonna die. It was like it's like Super Bunny Man. It's like this dumb game
Yeah.
you find, and then it's done in
It's
2
done,
days.
yeah.
It was like it's not done after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It was fucking crazy. I'm glad you're back though. Glad you're doing other stuff. Do you feel without purpose now that your thing is gone? Or, like, this one thing is gone.
A little bit, but like I knew it had to end. Like I think I could have kept going for like a few more months.
Yeah, you probably could have milked it. For a few
Yeah,
more
because like there are still Among Us YouTubers getting like millions of views to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah.
But their audience is mostly like for kids, and you can't realize a lot of these viewers just like the consistency of things and having like something to look forward to rely on,
Yeah.
and the social interaction. But without that, it just became a show, and I talked about this where I wasn't trying to figure out who the imposter was anymore. I was trying to
Trying to get a little clip.
yeah,
Trying to get a funny.
What's
quick
funny?
clip.
Like, what's
Yeah.
the interaction between me and my friends that would like make people laugh? And I kind of eventually not. I just
Didn't like doing that.
didn't like doing that because part of the fun was to like figure out like
Yeah,
people
it's
lying.
a legitimate challenge.
Yeah, like do people have patterns and like their behavior? Do they get higher voice or lower voice when they lie? But a lot of people kind of figure out the formula, which was just like funny, loud, haha, don't take it too seriously. And when our lobbies just became that, but like repeated, I just lost a lot of interest and kind of stopped. And yeah, since then, I only uploaded one video since I stopped Among Us, and it was us getting tacos, and that was 4 fucking months ago.
Yeah, good video though. Good time.
Yeah, good
That's
taco.
sweet time.
Yeah,
Good tacos.
People still watch us. Like it's just us getting tacos, but yeah, I think I'll have more purpose this month because Offline TV is doing some cool stuff this month.
Yeah, we're doing this very busy month.
Next month I have some stuff coming up, so I feel like even this podcast is like making me feel like I have purpose again. But yeah, for the longest time there's just no purpose, and streamers kind of just wait. Like streamers don't go out and find purpose or make something happen.
Yeah.
They just wait and wait until a game pops off or like something, a trend catches on, and they all do it. And you know, it is a point of contention in our social circle where like people kind of just do what everyone else is doing, and it's hard. It kind of creates friction.
Yeah.
Yeah, like streaming is the one job where your competition are your friends, and yeah, it's always
Does make for some weird memes.
yeah, it's difficult to navigate because I imagine as a YouTuber, like you're mostly solo, and like every now and then you do some collab stuff.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear, like, oh, I'm gonna do this with you, or you're gonna do this with me.
Yeah.
but
It's a
with
mutually beneficial thing.
yeah,
Usually, yeah.
with streaming, because one viewer can watch one stream at a time. It's like they're choosing, and if you're collabing with someone, is your audience gonna like that person more? Or like if you collab with a big, because like collabing with big people always see it as beneficial. It's like
Yeah.
worst case scenario, nothing happens. Best case scenario, like I pull some of their viewers to me, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always a very
It's a weird kind of dichotomy to go with.
yeah.
I like being on the outside of it.
Yeah, being on the outside seems
I love
great.
looking in.
Yeah.
Even with YouTube, I'm not like collabing with people and stuff and like going and interacting. Like there's definitely like a subset of YouTube where it's like, most of your stuff is with other people.
Yeah.
I just like being on the outside. It makes it less like there's less of a chance something bad will happen, and I like that. So
Yeah. A lot of bad things happen. Like I've been doing this for only like 4 years. Not that long.
yeah,
And
lots of shit has happened.
Yeah, I swear to God, I've lived through like 5 different cancellations of people I know.
A lot of bombs need to be diffused.
Yeah, and none of this happened when I was playing Hearthstone. When I was just playing
Weird.
Hearthstone in my little apartment in Canada, no drama. Like only drama was like shit talking other Hearthstone streamers.
Yeah.
But moving to California, it's like, oh, this person or that individual did something really terrible, and it's affecting everyone around you, and like the whole world is watching and commentating.
Oh,
And I think streaming is just it's really hard to get out once you're in, because it feels like your whole world.
Yeah.
Like all your friends are talking about streaming. It's like,
Yeah. There's no like diversity or anything.
Yeah.
You're kind of in an echo chamber, very much so.
yeah. So been trying to do less of that myself as well.
Yeah, you've been getting out more, talking to more people,
Yeah.
different stuff. Talk to YouTubers or something.
YouTubers. The YouTubers I like are also like similar to you, which is like solo stuff. Like I like Jack a lot. I like Ryan a lot. Bradman a lot. And I realized a lot of these YouTube, like someone asked me, who are people who you really like respect, like content wise, and it's all those people. And I realized, wait, they're all YouTubers and not streamers.
Interesting. That is interesting.
I think as a streamer, you've seen too much.
Yeah.
You've seen how the sausage is made, and it just makes you disgusted.
It's not fun anymore.
It's like you see like the things people do or say on like stream on social media, and there's a disingenuous side to things that is like really jarring. So yeah, when I look at solo YouTubers, they're like, no, their life must be like real simple. It's like they have an idea, they work on it mostly by themselves. They might bring some people to help with production, but it's like very clear, like one video, like you come in and that's done. There's no like ongoing in your downtime. You're not like interacting too much with these coworkers / competitors. Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. Is that? Do you ever feel like you don't get too deep into like the streaming gaming stuff because of that?
Like yes, yeah. Part of me just like I don't know. I don't like a lot of parts of it sometimes. Sometimes it's just like I don't feel like doing it. I'm really trying to like just do stuff that I feel like doing. So I'm trying to keep an eye on what's super enjoyable for me and like what's not enjoyable for me. Cause I don't know. I feel like I've seen like I'm like a second or third generation YouTuber. And there's like a lot of first, like people who were there first who are just like turbo grind every video every day. And then it always ended the fucking same, where it's like, sorry guys, I'm burned out.
Yeah.
It's not fun anymore. I'm not enjoying it. My last 500 videos were me not enjoying making YouTube. So, but I really love making YouTube videos. So I don't want that to ever happen. I don't want it to ever come to a point where it's like, I fucking hate it now. I'm out. I'll go do something else. Like I would like to preserve that as much as possible. And so, like with that, I don't know, mindset, I don't think I got into like I'm not getting into Twitch too much, because there's a lot of parts that I'm like, I don't really like that bit of it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the game part, but social dynamic.
Little social dynamic parts,
Yeah.
a little, yeah, definitely like depending on people who are not you. Sometimes it's like strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It makes you like very vulnerable to shit that's not fully in your control.
Mm-hmm.
When I make a YouTube video, it's like that shit's all. When I
Yeah.
fuck it up, that's me fucking it up at least, you know. But like if it's someone else, then it's like that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me peep the list. You skipped over Toast's lifestyle glow up fitness goals. That was weird.
Yeah,
You said
it-
next on the list and then glossed right over them.
It seemed conceited of me to.
Right, so now that I bring it up, you can talk about it. You've been going to the gym a lot and eating really horrible tasting foods. Why? Is it like you want to look good? Because you do look good. You're looking fit, man. But like, you eat that fucking chicken with the frown on your face. Like, like, is there like a big health goal or what?
It's definitely not health. It's very motivated by public perception.
I like how you look, yeah. And that's fine. Like,
Yeah, because I'm a streamer and I didn't care. I used to be like relatively skinny before coming to California, but one thing you learn, like when you have like a group of gamers, people order McDonald's every fucking week.
yeah.
And everyone in the house is super fucking nice and generous. So they do this thing.
Take it off.
They get
Extra.
everyone always order, and I do this a lot too. And I feel
Yeah, me too.
I feel really bad sometimes when I do it, and like people are eating it. Like normally I'd feel happy, but in the back of my head I'm like, I'm really fucking this guy's diet over. But it's just really hard to like stay in shape because everyone is just like sharing food all the time, right?
Yeah, and it's like good fucking
It's
food
good
as well.
food, and you kind of just don't want to be that guy who's like, nah, I'm good with my water.
No, I
Yeah, you want to partake a
rotisserie.
little bit. So when I first moved to California, I just accepted everything, like
Yeah.
chicken nuggets, tacos, like
That's a good taco.
we just fucking ate like, and it didn't feel like that much, but like every night it adds up. So over the course of like 3 years, I just slowly, like just not like a lot, but you can see the pictures, right?
Yeah.
There's the time lapse you can point out. And for the last year, before I started trying to diet more, I just remember getting a lot of comments like, "Hey, Toast, haven't seen you since your Hearthstone day.
Yeah.
What happened? Looking a little,
Oh my
looking a little
fucking
rounder."
God.
And it would be so common that I knew it was like a
Obvious, yeah.
noticeable thing, and it
Yeah.
was. But I wasn't really that motivated to try and like what's the point, right?
Why? It doesn't make sense.
What's the difference? I play fucking TFT Among Us Hearthstone.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
What do I look like? But this is gonna sound kind of silly, and the people I've told this to always said it's kind of like silly, but the Jimmy Kimmel thing, where Jimmy Kimmel hosted an Among Us lobby,
Yeah.
and Valkyrie, Saikuno, and Corpse were invited, and I wasn't, and I'm very happy for them. It was a cool opportunity, but part of me felt a little left out, which is, I think, understandable because like the four of us played Among Us together a lot.
Yeah.
And for me, I felt like I was kind of like the guy who pushed Among Us.
Right.
Early on. So I couldn't really understand why that decision
Yeah.
was made. I couldn't wrap my head around it because like if it's a skill thing, I think like I'm one of the better players. If it's like early
Like
support,
yeah.
like I was there as well.
Even
so,
entertainment as well. Like the entertainment factor's super high with you as well. So
Yeah,
like
like-
you're like, why?
yeah, it's like my humor is definitely more dry, sarcastic, edgy, and I was like, maybe that's why. But also like maybe I'm just not as marketable or interesting, like from physical appearance. And that kind of got in my head for a while, and I kind of made an effort to like, okay, if I was to ever not if I was to like lose out on an opportunity, I don't want it to be because like I wasn't in shape enough or like I didn't look good enough. So starting this February, I went back to Canada, and when you're isolated with
a
all
lot
your
easier.
friends, it's a lot easier. Like
Yeah.
there's no social eating. You're kind of sad because you're all alone, which makes you want to eat less.
Yeah.
And I can use that opportunity to lose like a few pounds. And then there was that Twitter thing where people dug up an old offline TV video of me
Yeah.
and make like reading really like not reading a joke that was offensive in nature off a website, right? But it was all bleeped out. We didn't reveal what the joke was. It was just implied that was an offensive joke.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like said, oh, you know, Toast has like really, he's a racist. And then like they used a clip of us playing Gartic Phone,
Yeah.
and the prompt was illegal, and I drew like a young girl.
Yeah.
And that was just it, just a young girl. And the
Yeah.
implication is like pedophilia.
Yeah.
Right.
That's illegal. Yeah.
That's illegal. So
And
I was saying pedophilia is illegal, right?
Uh-huh.
And they kind of turned us into like
Toast is a pedophile.
he's like talking about pedophilia. He supports pedophilia. Shit like that. And it was like really stan culture people, like K-pop stans or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Minecraft stans. And there's nothing wrong with being a stan, but I realized a lot of these like younger, impressionable, like teenage girls kind of like have like their own Twitter culture going on, and some of them just went after me. And normally I wouldn't care, but they started like typing in like people's chat like that I play with,
Yeah.
like on Twitch, and like replying to their tweets like, hey, Toast is, you gonna keep playing with Toast? Why are you playing with Toast?
Pedophile? Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking pedophile. but that's literally they went that far. Like, are you playing with the racist? It's like, what?
That's-
like, how did we make this jump? And they just said it with facts. And there was like accusations that they didn't have any evidence for, like no clips, anything.
Yeah.
They just said, oh yeah, he said that. Yeah, that
Yeah.
happened. And when I responded, it's like, can you show me the clip? And like, it was just complete silence, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought it would be really funny if I got like attractive and made even more offensive jokes
I see.
and like kind of create this impasse for them in their head. It's like, oh, look, he's cute looking and he plays with like the people I like, but he says these really like not PC things.
These horrible
Things.
Yeah.
So, because in my opinion, on the internet, it doesn't really matter what you say or do as long as they like you to a point.
Yeah, I think their opinion of you will really affect.
Yeah.
Like I mean, even just visually, like affect what they think you are as a person.
Yeah. Like if two people said something similar that was kind of like not cool, but like one person was like really popular and people like normally like them and attractive, and the other guy has a worse reputation and is like unattractive, the response will be like wholly different. And like when two YouTubers beef about like a topic, it's kind of weird how every fan from one side just will hold the same opinion as their favorite YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like people kind of just go with
Like-
how they feel
Yeah.
mostly. There's no like science or math behind it. So I thought it'd be really funny if like I got attractive and made edgy jokes still,
Okay.
and see like how they process
Well,
that.
yeah. What's the result of that?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna get lessened. 'Cause
Yeah.
I could see it getting lessened.
Yeah,
I could see it
it'll
getting
definitely get lessened.
Yeah, I
right?
don't think that's silly. I think that's a fun experiment that you get to play. And like honestly, any motivation to like do a fitness thing is probably good.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been motivated by initially, but now it's all about Shang-Chi too.
Right.
And it's like a running joke in our group, like Shang-Chi too.
Yeah.
But that is my goal. It comes out in 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna need they're gonna need like a quirky side character, right? Or like just someone who can make a quick appearance. And who does that role go to, right?
Yeah, just someone.
What other agents are they gonna call up, huh? Who? John Cho? You know, he's doing cooler stuff. He's kind of old now.
Yeah.
The guy from The Walking Dead. Yeah.
Ned from Spider-Man.
Ned. Oh, the Hawaiian?
He's Filipino.
Oh God! Oh,
You better
no.
get hot fast, Toast.
Good thing I stand you.
It's a good thing you're looking fit today. No, he is from Hawaii, but he's
Okay.
Filipino.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me if I'm Hawaiian because I'm from Hawaii. I think it's just like not a known thing that like the actual proportion of people who have Hawaiian genetics is like extremely small in not extremely small, but smaller than you would think in Hawaii. Like it's pretty much unheard of to find a person who is 100% of Hawaiian descent. Like I've never met a person who's 100%.
Because Hawaii has a lot of like Japanese people, Filipinos,
crazy
right?
diverse.
Asians.
Yeah. Portuguese, everything.
What do Hawaiians, like full-blooded Hawaiians, look like?
I've never met a full-blooded Hawaiian person.
Yeah, it's always some
Yeah.
kind of mix, right?
Yeah, actually, there's not a lot of 100% people in general there. Like, I'm
Yeah.
surely not.
Because the Hawaiians that I know of is you, Bretman Rock, who is
From Hawaii.
and
But
also
he's
Filipino descent.
yeah.
Yeah, and Ryan, who is Asian.
Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, but he's from Hawaii too. So like when I think about Hawaiians, it's just this like mixture of
It's a fucking pot. of
brownish,
shit.
yellowish color.
God, you gotta get hotter. God. You need an
And then
8-pack.
after 3 Hawaiian people I know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because you guys like have
You're
slightly
going
di-
off of examples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the 3 of you have different skin tones. Like
From each other, yeah.
yeah, from each other. So but all 3 of you are Hawaiian. So my head's like
From Hawaii.
from Hawaii.
It's like saying you're Ohioan. You know, like you're a race, but you live in Ohio, but
So-
you're not Ohioan.
But none of you have-
also there are Hawaiians. So like, you know, never mind. I take back the Ohio thing. That didn't stand.
yeah, so I just kind of take the median.
You're
between the
exactly.
two
Yeah,
of
you mean it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
average it out. That makes sense.
What were we talking about Hawaii?
Shang-Chi too.
Shang-Chi 2.
Fitness,
Yes,
something-
back to
yeah.
being in Shang-Chi 2. Not a lot of Asians out there, right?
I think there's actually a fucking lot of Asian. I'm pretty sure it's the most populated race on Earth
Not a lot of Asian,
that Marvel is looking at.
content
Okay.
creators in North
like,
America
American culture, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
who also has a background in being Chinese. And
background?
I have a background in being Chinese.
You're not just Chinese. You have a background. I have a background of
It's
being
on his resume.
Filipino.
Yeah.
What? I mean, for a Marvel Asian movie, that bumps you up real high. Being Chinese.
For a Marvel Asian movie, yeah.
Yeah. So who are they gonna call? They got no one's on that list right
Yeah.
now. There's like it's a very short list.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So I need to just
You're trying to get on that list.
I need to get on that list, and I'm trying to like work towards that goal. And if I'm fit, that I think if you're gonna be in a Marvel movie, being fit's a huge plus.
Yeah, it also like goes back to what you were saying, where like if it does not happen, you can scratch that as one of the reasons why off the list. So that's nice to have. Like I get that, doing something because you want to remove doubt from like why did this not happen. That's completely understandable. I get that.
But I also I thought about all the shit we do online and all the things we say. Because like content creators online, out of all the entertainment industry, like singers, actors, they probably like say the most non-PR things. Because
Yeah.
it's just day-to-day stuff, things you joke about.
Yeah.
And things that elicit reaction. I feel like a streamer can never become a president or prime minister.
Because of too many like.
There's just way too many things that you can go back and say, well, look at this.
Yeah.
unfunny
Look at this
joke.
example.
Yeah. And that's, yeah.
I see what you mean. Like you're afraid it could close off opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've said some pretty offensive stuff
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
in the early days.
Remember
of
when we were orc Nazis?
Yeah, like if I ever get cast in Shang-Chi too, it's like, The Orc Nazi?
The Orc Nazi? Are
Who
you guys
supports
really-
pedophilia?
The Orc Nazi pedophile racist? That one?
And it really depends on what the public support is, because that happened to the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, James Gunn.
Yeah.
Because
They
he
would not have
actually
fucking
made
taken him
jokes
back.
about pedophilia.
They would not have taken that guy back if it weren't for like.
Yeah, and like
public,
he needed like the public and like pretty much every cast member on Guardians to be like, we're not coming back if he's not coming back.
Yeah. And they fucking did it.
They-
He must be a really nice dude. James Gunn has to be the nicest fucking person in the world to come back from that one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
like he must be like a genuinely very kind person.
Yeah, because Disney was like, oh, Twitter's outraged
Death.
about, and they
Dead.
like fucking fired
Yeah.
instantly, right?
Yeah.
But well, if I ever in Shang-Chi 2 and someone says, orc, pedophile, Nazi, racist, is Marvel gonna be like, okay, no,
Instant
this guy's
out.
toast.
Right,
for
right,
Shang-Chi
right,
2.
right.
So yeah, my behavior is modeled right now after my chances of being in Shang-Chi 2.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have goals like that?
Fitness or
No, being in Shang-Chi 2. Or like,
maybe I kind of want to be the quirky side guy.
it's the casting call. It's me and Michael.
What's up, fucker? I knew it.
Like he doesn't know how to be Chinese.
I don't have the background. Yeah, well, from Hawaii, Ned. You know the director for Shang-Chi is actually from Maui?
Fuck.
I'm not fucking with you on that one. He's from Wailuku.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I think he's from Wailuku.
Yeah, he does not have an Asian name, because I remember seeing the director name. It was like Daniel.
Yeah, what is it? Shang-Chi Chu
Daniel Cretton. Destin Daniel Cretton.
Cretin?
That is not an Asian
That's
sounding
a
name.
bad last name, too.
What ethnicity? Irish, Slovak.
Oh,
Oh wait, and Japanese.
And
yeah.
From Hawaii.
from Hawaii, yeah.
Oh, Slavic. I said that weird.
Slovak.
Yeah.
I don't know. My chances are looking pretty good.
Yeah, you could probably vibe with them and say, hey, what's up?
Hey, remember
Which
how
side
there
of
were
Maui
cats
you
running
from?
around Wailuku? Remember that?
But do you have dreams like mainstream stuff?
No, I
No?
hate mainstream things.
Not even like a Mythbusters on the History Channel? Something
Maybe,
like that?
but like I hate it when people like take any semblance of control away from the product.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was on like MythBusters, I'd go to the fucking editing room and be like, "Fucking change that, dumbass." Like I want to like know what the final thing's gonna be. It freaks me out when I like even like participating in other people's stuff. Sometimes it freaks me out that I'm not gonna know how it's gonna look after.
Yeah. I
Like,
know
and I've
this.
learned to just like not give a shit about that. But like if I were to be in like a big thing, it's weird to have like that amount of control taken away from something that you're in so prevalently. So like being in a movie, like this fucking camera guys and the boom op and like the editor, like the footage gets taken away for 8 months and ground up in a ninja blender. Like how the fuck do you know how that's gonna come out? Like I like being a part of the process a lot. So
Yeah.
oh sorry, go ahead.
When we were filming the last video in the office space,
Yeah.
I could, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of saw you, like, thinking about, like, the improv aspect of it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Because
no.
it's not something you usually do.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I was thinking like that. I don't know. So if it was like dialed up to like 1 million with like being in a movie, that would probably suck.
Yeah.
I don't think I would enjoy that. I mean, it might be fun for an experience, but I don't know. Yeah,
What you're saying is he doesn't need to worry about you going after his Shang-Chi part.
you do not know need to worry about that, no.
You wouldn't be in Shang-Chi too?
Well, maybe if they like asked me and it was a small bit, maybe, yeah. But like, it's not like a huge goal of mine. They'd have to like come up and be like, "Hey, you want to be in it?" The guy who didn't audition for it. Like,
Like, they message you and say, hey, we have like, small tech,
Small,
tech guy
yeah.
cameo. Like, he's the brains behind, like, Shang-Chi's, like, new setup kind of deal. Can you just...
oh,
appear
I'd
for
do
fun?
it.
You'd
I'd
it?
do that for sure, guaranteed. But it's
Okay,
not.
what
like
if
a big
that
goal.
role, if you don't take it, would be offered to me?
Oh, do I still take the role?
Yeah, would you still take the role?
I would feel so bad taking the role. I'd probably give it to you. I would be like, it would be cool, but it would not be near cool enough to be like, this man's last 3 years have been thinking about Shang-Chi too. I'm not gonna do that. Put me somewhere else. And I'm just like, yeah, sounds all right. Get put in. I don't have like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like a big, huge thing.
Do you have any goals like you really try and work towards?
Not like a giant thing. I'm just trying to like, I don't know, do what is fun. Do what is fun. I want to like, my goal is to, when I'm about to die, I can look back and think that it was a good time. And that is my goal. I would like that. I would like to look back and be like, I do not regret doing this, this, and this. That was all good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like it's part of like why I don't like grind out YouTube. I think like even if it's like, obviously it's like a lot more money, but like if I look back, I'm like, I didn't enjoy that. That wasn't fun, even though you got the money. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think out of everyone in the house, you probably do the most things not for content.
Like other stuff.
Like Joshua Tree, that was not for
Joshua
content.
Tree was sweet.
That
Yeah.
was just
We still got some content out of it. We got some posts.
yeah, that was just a stuff we do.
Yeah, that was the stuff to do. That's the kind of stuff that I want to have enough of. Like, I don't want to like look back and just think of, oh, that was that one time that we did that. Like, I want to look back and be like, oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff, the cool things. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I would regret it if I like just ground it out, hard grinded. But yeah, that's just me. Like, because I don't enjoy like super hard grinding, especially if it's something I like doing, like YouTube. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a good goal. I remember in high school, in STEM class, my friend, we were, well, like the teacher was like, okay, think about this really hard. You got to write down your life goal. Okay, you like write down your goal. And I was, you know, everyone in the class was like, oh, I want to be a computer programmer or like a graphic modeler. And then my friend was like, when I grow up, I want to be happy. And I was like, you dumb bitch. That is not a goal. You stupid motherfucker. And I was like, God, this. And then like years later, I'm like, oh my fucking God, you were that like emotionally intelligent in high school? Jesus Christ. Yeah, so. Yeah.
Do you think about death a lot? Like you mentioned on your deathbed, you want to look back and, you know, be satisfied.
I don't like, I try not to worry about it. But I'll like think about it sometimes. Yeah.
Does it creep into your head like at night and make you spiral?
Well, it's like, it's not like spiral. Like I'm pretty much accepting I'm gonna die. Like I'm happy with that. Like I do have a lot of anxiety, but like a lot of it's just like accepting. Like sometimes, like you will never notice, but like if we're going to like K-Town sometimes and like my head really hurts, I'm like, I'm having an aneurysm. I'm gonna die in 5 minutes. Like sometimes I'll just be like, I'll like spiral into it, and I'll be like, I'm okay with that. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna die in this car with friends. It'll be all right. Yeah. But I try not to worry about it for the future because it's like something I cannot control. You know, you're gonna die. So, what about you? You think about death?
There was I think a year ago where I really, really thought about death.
Yeah.
And it kind of messed me up for like a month because every night before bed, I would just think about dying.
Yeah. I actually have a lot of friends who are getting to that point and they're like getting really worried about it.
Yeah,
And
I think when you reach like late 20s,
yeah.
you really think about it because like your quote unquote early years are kind of behind you now.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought about it, I think, a lot more in like middle and high school. And I was like really worried about it then. And then I have like come to be fine with it now.
Yeah.
But then like, I guess not everyone like thinks about it all the time. And like you reach a point where you're like, oh fuck, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because you realize you're not young. Like, I think 30s is like almost like a halfway point, right? Because like, you might live to like 90, but like the last 10 years of your life is gonna be really.
Yeah, you're pooping in a bag.
Yeah, like we kind of reached the halfway point of our like active life.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's scary. It's like, am I done living half my life? Like,
Yeah. Does it feel like the halfway point?
it's like if I go back, like if I took all the time I have experienced so far and that's all I have left, is that enough? And it's like, no, that's not enough.
No, that's not enough. If you
Like,
multiply that by 2, that's not enough.
yeah, I feel like I'm still just starting to live my life, but
Right.
like when you look at numbers, it's like Now you already lived half of it.
Yeah.
You got about half left.
It's going to go faster from here.
Yeah,
Good
like
luck.
You're past the halfway point, and like that is really scary
Yeah,
to think about. Because you just think about the thing that messes me up is knowing like millions of years will pass in an instant, but you won't know.
But you will not. Yeah,
Like
you won't be
to
aware.
you, it's like just a moment, like just 1 second, but you won't be
the
around to
perception's
know that it's been a million years, right? Like it's just
Yeah, it's scary. I used to have really intense death dreams where like some horrible like if cataclysmic event was happening like on Earth, and it felt extremely real, like a meteor hit Maui in one of them. And I so remember like staring at it. I was like, this is inevitable. Death is gonna happen. And I like right before it happened, I got like it was like very peaceful and nice. I was like, gonna die. It's okay. And then I woke up and I was like, holy shit, fuck that. That sucked.
yeah.
But it was like helpful for processing stuff like that.
Do you think like that when you're on a plane and this turbulence starts really kicking in?
I don't get worried about that.
You don't get worried on planes?
No, I don't get worried on planes. Cause like, if I'm not gonna be able to fly the fucking thing. I'm just gonna sit in the seat. Like I can't change it. If it's something I can change, I'll freak out. I'll freak the fuck out. But like, if it's like not in my hands, I'm not gonna freak out about it probably.
Yeah. On planes, I think I'm similar where you kind of just have to accept it.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if we're going down, I can't.
Yeah, it's easy to face death like right moments before it, I imagine, and it's out of your control.
Yeah.
But like to think about it every night,
Yeah. How was that worry of a creeping demise?
I couldn't sleep. But it kind of made me have a change in perspective. Is there a way I can live my life so that when it comes time, I'd be okay?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like the looking back thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like go off of that.
But is this something you have to actively work towards? Or do you just kind of passively, like, I want to do fun stuff. If it's something fun, I want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, because to have that feeling of contentment on your deathbed, how do you get that?
That like content, like it's like, yeah, this enough.
Yeah, because it's hard to quantify. Like, is that
Right, yeah. It's not, there's no meter that fills.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. I don't think it's like, I think I would, fuck, how do you say it? Like, I don't think it's about like making all the right, you know that Rick and Morty episode with the gem on his forehead?
The best option.
Yeah, the best option. I don't think it's about like making the best option every time, but I think it is about like trying the most things. Not the most things, but like trying many different things, getting as many like human experiences as you can. That's probably will like fill it up the most. Like, cause like if you look back now, like I regret not trying things. I don't regret like making the wrong decision, cause like I've learned and grown off of that. Right? I regret like never trying at all. Those are like the biggest regrets. It's like I wish I would have tried this. Why didn't I do that?
Yeah,
I
so-
should have like hung out on Maui more. There's like there's a beautiful place. Why didn't I do that? Like trying different things, I think is the thing.
So like if you were to die right now, or like in 1 day's time, you would like think about the things you didn't do.
Probably, yeah. Probably the things you did not give a shot. Even if it sucked, at least you gave it a shot.
I think that's a great way to find out like how to live life to contentment is you make someone think they're about to die,
fucking die, yeah.
and like all the regrets will literally come flooding out.
Really fast,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. And then you tell them, oh, guess what? Now you can do those things,
You're
right?
good.
That's literally that's that scene in Fight
There's a
Club.
movie. Oh.
I mean, I'm sure other movies have done it too, but in Fight Club, there's a scene where like Brad Pitt's character takes this guy out of like a convenience store and he's like, "Is this really what you thought you'd be doing with your life?" And he takes a gun out and is like, "What were you gonna be?" Like, and the guy was like, "I was gonna be like a computer engineer, like a scientist." And he's like, "Oh, if I spare you, do you think you'll go do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay, go do it."
Oh my god.
And then he says, like, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?" And he goes, "Well, tomorrow he's gonna have the best day of his life. He's gonna his whole world opened up."
I like that. That
yeah,
makes
I like
a lot
that.
of sense.
Yeah. I don't regret having that dream about the meteor strike. It puts stuff in perspective.
Yeah, because you always think about the stuff you will do. Like, I'm gonna visit Japan eventually. We're going to Hawaii eventually, right?
Eventually.
You always think it's gonna happen, but you
Right.
don't work towards it.
Yeah.
And then like a few years pass, and then maybe you do it.
Yeah. So I think you do have to work towards like accessing new experiences.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. Well, would I want that someone to do that to me?
Oh, the
Or
gun.
the gun thing. Because like
Horribly
emotional
traumatized.
wise, this is the worst, like the
Horribly-
biggest fear of my life. But after, I bet I would feel great. It's like, holy shit, I'm not going to die, and now I know all the things that are really important. This is not an invitation.
You'd stop doing all that stupid shit.
Yeah, it's like, who gives a shit about like playing like Among Us, right? I can't believe I've spent like so much time playing Among Us, but it will give you significant perspective.
Serious perspective, yeah.
Of like what's really important.
Yeah, nothing like a gun to perspectivize Among Us videos. Please don't point guns at us.
Yeah, this is
Please
not an
do not.
invitation to threaten
I will
our
fucking
lives.
hate you forever.
But yeah, trying to figure out like what really matters in life is one of my goals.
Yeah.
So that when I die, I can not be terrified. Because right now, I'd be fucking terrified
Super
of
scared
dying.
of death. Yeah.
But I want to reach a point that when the time comes and I'm like dying,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, no,
You're cool with it. Yeah.
I'm okay with this. Yeah.
That's a good goal to have. That's
Yeah.
a great long term.
It's like a long term. Like, am I gonna be happy if I have $1 billion company?
Mhm.
Yeah, I wish I could just kind of fast forward and see my regrets.
Just gotta try different stuff, I guess.
Yeah, trying different stuff. I think living with people has forced me out of my shell, and it's been a lot of fun.
Man, that's good.
All right, that was pretty. I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Existentialness, death,
Dread.
animal killing,
Shang-Chi too.
Shang-Chi 2, which again, if any Hollywood producer is watching, I do speak Mandarin. Thank you.
Say goodbye in Mandarin.
I'll do the outro. in
Yeah, do the
Mandarin.
outro. in
Yeah,
Mandarin.
they really appeal to the
They're
Chinese
gonna,
audience.
They're gonna love that.
Thank you everyone for watching the first ever offline TV podcast.
Yeah,
All the
thanks
ones
for
that came
coming.
before didn't count.
I don't even know those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching.
and comes out every Sunday on. Broden could just chime in if I'm wrong about anything.
I don't know.
Right.
It comes out every
When it comes out, there will be more.
They can dub over
whatever
our mouths.
the day this comes out. It'll be here again next week.
It will
Sure.
repeat.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's
on
good.
Spotify, YouTube, whatever. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. Let me know your thoughts. Of this new setup. Everything's new. We have a new set here, new format, less people, and yeah, thank you all for your time. 再见. That's goodbye.
Thanks for coming. Yeah, I
Yeah,
figured that
that's-
out. Thanks for the.
You can
thanks
figure
for
that
the
one for
tip.
context clues. All right.
Goodbye.